Hi, this is Blake Davenport with the Davenport Group in Long & Foster, bringing you the latest market update. So typically I have the latest market minute reports that Long & Foster generates. They were unable to generate them, so I do not have them in the link below. But instead I have the NVAR market statistics, so definitely check that out. It's going to kind of break down the different regions within the Northern Virginia area. For instance, if you look at the Arlington County area, will show that there were 146 home sales in this January. That's actually down almost 12% from where sales were in January 2019. What does that mean? There's barely anything on the market. Inventory is so tight right now. It does say that the average sales price in Arlington was up 47% to $968,000. I would take that number lightly, as that I think it just depends on the sales. Since there aren't that many sales, this month there were just more $1 million plus sales that really drove that average price up. The median actually went down slightly to 584, which was down like 4 or 5% from last January. But again, I mean, in my opinion, just because the inventory is so low, interest rates are so low, it's just driving all the prices up because you still have a huge demand in this area, but you have so little supply, which brings me to my next point. In terms of the market, in terms of a seller, this is an awesome time to buy, or no, I'm sorry, it's an awesome time to sell. It's an awesome time to refinance as well if you're an owner. Interest rates are so low right now that depending upon what you initially got when you bought your home, this could be a great time to refinance. I've had people get interest rates below 3%. Someone just got 2.875, which is crazy low. Even from a year ago, interest rates were at 4% or so. So great time to refinance, or at least think about it. In terms of selling, why it's such a good time to sell is because there's so little inventory, but there's still, the interest rates are so low. There's so many buyers out there looking to buy right now, but there's barely anything on the market. So most places are getting between 10 and 15 offers. I think the highest offers that I've had so far, I think was like 26 offers. So it definitely is going to guarantee that you get the best price for your property. On the flip side of things, if you're a buyer, it is still a very good time to buy from the fact that interest rates are so low. However, because it's so competitive, a lot of the buyers that we're working with, they have to waive everything. So that's the home inspection contingency, the financing contingency, the appraisal contingency, and they have to escalate super high above the sales price and above the next sales price or the next comparable sales price to even be considered, and which is really tough if you're a buyer. It's definitely riskier, but the problem is if you miss out on, say, a sale this month, that is now the new comp for the next sale that comes on the market. So prices have just been pushed up significantly over the last 3 months. I think the last probably a couple of months has probably been the I would say the toughest time that I've ever seen for a buyer, best time that I've seen for a seller. And there's just so much competition, so little inventory, and even houses in areas that like you wouldn't think would sell, maybe would in the past would have 1 or 2 offers, are having 15 offers on it, which is just mind-boggling. But that's the market that we're in. Again, as I said before, interest rates are just so low right now. So from a buyer standpoint, you should be getting in the low 3s. From a seller standpoint, if you have an interest rate higher than 4% currently, you should definitely consider refinancing because interest rates are so low and it could be saving you hundreds of dollars. So that's kind of the latest market update. Sorry I don't have the latest market minute reports. If you'd like to know anything or learn any more about, or want any more detail about anything that I said, I can't talk today, it's early, but feel free to contact me. Thanks again for checking out this latest market update. Bye-bye.